What's up guys, it's your boy BIGark today, back with another World of Warcraft video. The topic I'm going to be covering today is how to pick a character, which is your race and class for Shadowlands. So before we get into the actual character selection screen, I'm just going to run through different realm types and populations and what they mean for new players. For the rest of this guide, for new players, this is going to be the video for you. However, if you have played WoW before, you probably know what I'm going to talk about, but there may be a couple tips and tricks that you may not have known. So first things first, I'm going to get into realm types. As you can see, when you're picking your realm, there's a whole lot of realms to choose from. Basically, not one is better than the other unless you're looking for specific things. As you can see on the right here, I have population. Basically, they have it hidden for new player realms where they try to get people started. I think whenever I started like a second account, it was always bringing me to Garrosh or Gummerbashi, but that's besides the point. So this is your population. That's how much activity you can see on the server. It goes from low, medium, high to full. If you get a high to full pop realm, you may expect some wait times, which isn't the greatest. So personally, I just stick with like medium to low. They fluctuate though, depending on how popular a server is. Moving forward though, you can see there's two different types. There's normal and RP. There used to be a whole bunch more, but I think for terms of simplicity, Blizzard just cut it down. There used to be RP, PvP, PvP, RP, and then normal, but now it's just the two. So basically, online there's websites that show the amount of active population on each faction. The faction is the two sides of the game. If you've been looking into the game, you probably know. So there's Horde, there's Alliance. There's websites that you can see how many Alliance players play on that realm and how many Horde players play on that realm, as well as a percentage of how many are actually active. So once you take a look at that and you're confident with finding a realm, that's where it brings you to the next step, which is creating a character. So I'm just going to go on a different realm here. Let's just say that I chose Chromagus. You're going to be greeted with this screen. So at first you can see with the new Shadowlands update, a whole bunch of character customization, which is awesome. You can see each class does their little abilities when you click on them, so you can kind of see what you're getting into. As you can see, there are some grayed out classes, which mean that this race, which is on the left and right, you can't play that. Basically because the race isn't eligible to play it. You can see here on the left that there's a couple races that are gray. These are allied races. Same with the right here, this inner column on both sides. Basically, you unlock these by doing quests and earning reputation in the game, but you'll get to those at a later date. So the starter edition only has the outside ones to choose from, but still, there's a lot that you can choose depending on what you like. So basically, what I would figure out is, before you do it, is what kind of class you want to play. So World of Warcraft is split up into three different classes. There's tanks, damage, and healers. So depending on other games you've played in the past, you may have preferred one over the other, and you can kind of distinguish that way. The only difference is there is classes that have both ranged and melee DPS, so up close or out back, and that can also affect what you want to play. So you can go through and kind of hit, pretty sure there's an info button. Basically, anytime you go over it, it tells you what kind of role you can be. So warriors, tank melee damage, ranged or melee damage for hunter, you know, you can keep going. And one perk is you can actually see who's eligible to play it, I'm pretty sure. If you hold on long enough, you can see on the right and left, you have classes that are kind of vibrating, like bringing the aura into them. That means that that class can play it. So once you've determined what you want to play, this is pretty much the end of it. A lot of it is character customization. Basically, if you're going to be a casual player, you're just testing it out. I wouldn't care about what race you play. There's many subtle differences that each race has that can affect your abilities. So if you're more interested in making a difference when you're fighting, healing, tanking, whatever, I would look at the racials. So basically, each class has a different racial. We'll start on the Alliance here. So human, basically increased haste, critical strike, mastery, and versatility, bonus rep gains, and can break out of stun effects. So they have a trinket. Dwarfs, reduced damage, critical strike, frost damage. Night elves, fade, harder to hit, move faster. Gnomes, they can escape from traps, attack faster. Draenei can heal, increased intellect stats, and each one has a different one, as you can probably see. So basically, it's all about what you want to play. So you can see that the little tooltip on the class section gives you an idea of what the class is, so you can help find which race you want to play for that. So if I was looking to play a priest, I would look for something that maybe had like a higher cast speed, higher intellect, and that could boost how much my spells are working. So you can look here. Oh, look, Draenei has higher intellect, but then you can go to like gnomes where they can attack faster. Basically, you can have like resistance to other ones, increased haste, critical strike with humans. Basically, there is something called a meta for every class, so one class is always going to be best suited for one race, and yada yada. So you can always find that online. Personally, I don't really care about that unless I'm rating on an end game character. Then I will probably make a character that's the right race, or I will character change him to be the right race. However, if you're just getting into it, I would just say to have fun. You can see what every class looks like on different races based on their intros here. So Death Knights, Goblins, you can make it how you want to make it, which is awesome. So once you've come back to this point and you figure out what you want to make, that's where the customization screen comes into play. So basically, let's say I wanted to be an Orc Shaman. So customization is where a big hit has come from Shadowlands. Not a big hit bad, but a big hit in great, because people love the new customization. As you can see, there's different skin colors here, 12 different options. You can kind of sample what it would look like on each. 9 different faces that you can pick. Different hairstyles that you can also pick as well. There's a whole lot that you can do to kind of select how you want it to be selected. So we're going to look here at like beards, sideburns, and a lot of things that are subtle differences, subtle changes, such as like posture, tusks, whatever. You can find that in like the jewelry or this third tab here. So jewelry, you can see like different scars that the guy could have, like on his face, like dirt around his eyes, face, earrings, nose ring, tusks. Like these are the subtle differences that make the character how you want to make it. You can look here. So this is like tattoos and war paint, and you can see if they want to stand up or not. Subtle differences for every class you go to, because I mean, if you go to an orc, it's not going to be the same as undead. They don't have tusks. I don't know if they can get tattoos, but you can go to a troll and you can customize it. Say I want a monk. You go here. Oh, there's face paint, different colors of face paint, different piercings. You can get like body paint on there too, and change up how you want to do that. So basically, to create a character you really want, you want to pair up the best class and best race. You want to find out first if you're going to be playing tank, DPS, or healer, and then you want to go even further and see if you are doing melee DPS or range DPS. From that, that's where you can see what races are available, and you can kind of show with the tooltips like what would actually like go well. So you see here, orcs, their damage done by pets is increased, so they'd be really great with a hunter or anything that has a pet, like a warlock or a frost mage. Basically, it's all about pairing up positives. So positive here, positive there, positive overall. Basically, there's not much else to it. It's basically what comes down to you enjoy. Shadowlands seems very alt friendly, so if there isn't something that you like, you can always just make what you want. So you can have a whole bunch of fun with it, because it's super easy to catch up, and it should be awesome. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope that this guide helped a little bit in helping you select what you want to play next expansion. As you can see, there's so many options now with Shadowlands. You can really make your character your own, and I hope that you guys have just as much fun in the next expansion as I do. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This has been BIGark.